Hi everyone. So let's build our first project. Okay, so our first project is online loan application system. Okay, so let's understand business requirement. Okay, so here I have some sample answers just to understand what is the expectation, what you need to do. Okay, so that's why. So start with the project overview. That's your first one. After you listening to the requirement, so this is our requirement. Build a online system to apply loan online, right? So this is our project. Okay. So project overview. How to write project overview? So project overview, you can, if you can answer to this question, you can get a project overview. What you need? What is business background? So what is happening today? That's what the background is. Okay, so you provide some context like 1 or 2 lines here. See, currently customer apply loans through branch visit or manual forms. This is what happening. This leads loan processing time, data errors, and poor customer experience. So you provide current state. So you can background. I can write current state. Sorry, I have to current state. So answer to this question, what they are doing, what the business is doing today. Okay. So next one, project objective. You don't need to put title here, so you can include everything in the project overview, but for the beginning, you can use the same title. So find out answer for the business background, what's happening, current state, then project objective or like the future flow, right? So to build an online system where customers can apply for a loan digitally, track application status and receive faster decision. So this is your project goal, project overview. So current state and your future state. Okay. So now you have at least 2-3 lines, right? For the project overview. Next one, who are involved in this project? Do you know at this point? If you don't know, that's okay. You can just put stakeholders and at least you know the product, whoever providing a requirement. Okay, so this case you can put me as the product business owner, the stakeholder. Okay, I am the business owner. I am giving you requirement. I need, this is what happening. So you can ask me question or the chat if you need any clarification on the requirement. Okay, so that's how we can communicate. So next one, so this is sample in actual product project. So you can write stakeholder at this point, me only. Okay, so me, and let's assume we have devs, our IT team. So your team. So your side, I am the business side. Your side, you are the BA, and you are working with developers, and you are working with QA testers. Your side. So only these two groups. Okay. I'll provide this detail when you have more questions. Okay, are we good? So project overview, this is what you can include here. Okay, project name, what is happening today, what's the proposed solution, who are the people going to work on this project. So what we are going to do, so there's a requirement. You can ask any questions. Okay, so what we are going to do, I am your stakeholder. I am the business owner for all this project. Okay, I'm acting like a business stakeholder for your practical. So you can ask me this question. So I have listed here all the questions for you today. Understand the loan application business flow. Okay, so that's what you need to first do. First, you understand the current what's happening. Capture requirements from stakeholders, design and future process, create user story, deliver solution in MVP, support development, testing and UAT. Okay, so this is our primary goal. As a BA, you are going to do. Okay, this is your responsibility. This is what you are going to share it in LinkedIn. You are going to add in your resume. Okay, why we have to do this one? So now you start gathering requirements. Okay, I'll write the first letter only. Okay, gather requirement base. So you come to the first step. Okay, so first one, Manual processing cost delays. Write it in bullet points. Okay. High chances of data entry errors. Customer want digital experience. So you have to research also. You can go and check some online platforms and read some Google comments. Like you can just go to Google and search online loan companies, right? So you can go and check customers reviews, right? Like just go and read negative reviews, what customers are telling about what are the problems they're facing. This is how you can do a competitor analysis or gap analysis. This is how we build product before we start a product. We do a market analysis, right? So you can do also, right? Like, because I'm just providing very minimal information, right? So to if you want to understand the flow, just visit some website, or like if you have a loan company near to your house, just go and ask some question. It's better way. Just go and read their Google negative reviews, because the reviews will tell what problems our customers are facing. So that's how you can build this um, YPs. Okay, benefit of doing this one. So you are going to address this. Customers are saying every time we want to apply a loan, we need to go to the branch. That's pain, right? And after you apply the loan, and you have to call the branch. Let's say you want to make more payment, and you want to see how much. So let's say you borrow $1,000, right? Let's say $100,000, and you paid 4 payments, right? It's not straightforward. Loan payments are, right? So we assume, okay, this 500 gone, which is not, maybe only $100 you paid up. So you want to track your loan payment online, in your mobile app, in your web application, right? So that you know how much you're paying, how much interest. That's a cool feature, right? So those are the one, like, customer will get. That's why we want to build better customer experience, right? So you have to think like a customer, even though you are not building the actual product. So your part is gather the requirement. How you gather the requirement? As I told you, go and see how the website work and ask if someone is borrowing. Get these all details, okay? So here, that's why we have to do. What is the benefit? So you are addressing these questions here, okay? Faster loan approval, reduce operational cost, better customer experience. Mainly, we are focusing better customer experience, okay? So these are additional things. Improve data accuracy, scalable. So mainly, first couple of project, you target customer experience. What customer need? Customer don't need to go to the branch. Customer can track everything online. So we are mainly focusing on customer experience. Requirement gathering, now you are starting. So you got the stakeholder input from me. Now you have clear understanding here. Customer should apply online. System should validate customer details. Credit team should review application. Customer should track loan status. Okay. So BA activities, conduct stakeholder meeting, right? So you don't have a stakeholder. Unfortunately, I'm the only stakeholder. You can message me in the comments. I can check the comments and I can reply to you. And you have to do your market research, gap analysis, SWOT analysis, right? You name it, whatever analysis you have to do to get it done, this job, right? So I'm giving the raw problem. So you apply all your theoretical knowledge so far you gathered. If you have not learned, that's okay. Just follow the instruction. Anyone can do. This is just kindergarten stuff. Okay. So anyone can do. Just listen to the instruction and you can find out this information from Google or like online website or anywhere. Okay. Ask business and process questions, right? Next one. So again, asking business, you have to do. That's what we are. So you can do a survey. You can interview people who is borrowing. No one will tell you, but I'm just telling you, you have to start work like a BA, right? No one will give you answer. The better way you can do reading Google reviews of the loan companies. So you will understand that what is the current process. Capture functional and non-requirement. So here you do your whole analysis. gap analysis, SWOT analysis, market analysis, you name it, all the analysis listed in Babel code, like you're practically, or do your all analysis. Now you start documenting. Where do you document? You can sign up for Confluence and Jira. Free, you can use your Gmail account. Tomorrow I'll show you if you have not signed up, or you can take a simple spreadsheet or Word, doesn't matter. So tool is not a limitation. If you're not able to do it in Jira or Confluence, that's okay. I highly recommend. It's just free tool, okay? So that's what you are going to use in production. So I highly recommend, if you cannot do, just use any Google Sheet or spreadsheet or what, okay? So now you start existing flow. So here, first I will recommend you to do this one in Confluence or spreadsheet somewhere. I need the step entity, or like who is the person going to do. So here how you do, you have 3 columns. You have seen I have did before. So here you put the number. I'll show you one. Here you put the number. Here you will write entity or the system. If you don't know entity, you write system or user or whatever you name it, okay? So the action, what is the action user is doing? So number 1, who is the entity? Who here? Customer. So you write customer, and here what's the customer is doing? Visiting the branch, visits branch. Next one, you run next step, fill paper application. So again, customer, fill paper application. So that's the existing. So I want you to, if you want to do it in Confluence, do it in Confluence. If you want to do it in Excel, do it in Excel. Okay. So next one, you are understanding the pain points. That's the main. So first you do it as it is. Okay. Then you write down the pain points, what's happening today, because business already explained. Now you are doing your all gap analysis, your SWOT analysis, you are doing all the analysis, because you need to prove it, you need to understand, right? So that's why after you write your business process as current state, you need to validate whether this is happening or not, right? So when you write these steps, business process flow, you will come to know, okay? You should write these pain points. Next one, future state. Future state, I am the designer, I am the solution architect, I am the business owner. That means me. So I will provide if you have any questions. So I already told you, we are building an online application system where customer can apply online loans and customer can track their loans. So here, proposed solution, system validate input, documents, credit card team, status. So here is the place you can apply your theoretical knowledge. Okay, so you do the same thing which we did the business process flow, divide into 3 columns, and here every step should be number. Here 1, entity or user or system, whatever you do, actions. Step down, and you can follow the same thing for a few flows, and in future you can start here, okay? And also this is the happy path. Happy path means there is no error. Let's assume everything customer provide, and do the alternate flow also if you can do. If you cannot do, just leave it. Maybe in the first couple of projects we will avoid until we learn the template. This is kind of a template, right? Until we learn the template, just do it only the first one, okay? Process flow, we need for web and mobile, loan application system, and don't worry about the credit bureau API notification system. We will learn. If you know, you just use it, map it, this one. But if you don't know, just write it the way you understand, because this is our first project. We are just learning basic ABCD, okay? Then we'll start doing these things. So next one, functional requirements. Now you gathered requirement, right? You understood what we are going to build, you gathered requirement, okay? So now you have to do here, you have to use the, okay, so here you have to use any online app, diagramming tool. You can use, I recommend you to use Miro, or Visio we use in production also. So I don't know if you can access Visio, Microsoft Visio, free, but if not, Miro is free, right? So you know how to use Miro, but if you don't know, I'll show you tomorrow also. Miro or Excel, Word, but if Miro is available, I recommend you to use Miro so you can have custom template, you can start, okay? So that's the process flow. Whatever you listed down here, make it a data flow diagram or like a business flow diagram. That's the next step. So now documenting the requirement here. So documenting requirement, how do you going to document here? You're going to list two categories, functional requirement, non-functional. Very important, guys, okay? I see business analyst not taking care about non-functional requirement, not listing, but you have to do it the right way, okay? So we will call it in our user story NFRs, non-functional requirement. If not, you can write not applicable, okay? So we'll start with the non-functional functional requirements, and then we'll go to non-functional. So next step, you list down here, okay? So that's your homework. Epic 1, Epic 2, Epic 3, Epic 4. You can use this one for the first project. This Epic I break down. So there is a simple sample user story creation here, okay? So you are going to write, I don't know how many user story, 10, 15, 20, how many user story required. As per your requirement gathering, you can list it down, and tomorrow I'll show you my answer too, okay? There's no right or wrong answer. It's based on the team, how many features, how many functions, how do we want to break down. So main important thing is you are not missing any requirement. That's the point. It doesn't matter. This user story creation is just like a logging a ticket, right? So as long as you have the requirement gathered clearly and you documented somewhere clearly, you can put it in 100 tickets, you can put it in a 200 ticket. That's not an issue. But here, let's understand the reality here, okay? So when you're creating a user story, start with background. So you will ask, do I need to write everything? No, just write current state, future, one line. Okay, today loans are up. Customer have to go to branch. This manual process increase to customer business is losing customers, and expected flow is future flow is provide a solution so that customer can now apply online to increase the business, something like that. Every so here you can purpose of this user story, we are going to build a user input or customer form or something like that. Why we are doing so, background one line, and what is the purpose of this user story. This will give a clear understanding. Anyone pick up this user story, how to do. So I have not mentioned here background, that's why I'm just adding additional context here, okay? So user story, like this three line is like your BRD, you know, right? Why we are writing business requirement document, because that's to help business, right? So you write in the business perspective like a customer. No technical jargons required here. So if you were the customer, what you are requesting, let's say if you go to a restaurant, you will ask, hey, I need this one. What options you need? I need lettuce, I need cheese, right? Why do you need? You fulfill your hungry, right? So something, you have to wear the customer hat here when you are writing this one. This only three line, very simple, three line. If you know how to order food, if you know order something online, and you can write user story very clearly, right? So you go to Amazon, you go to Netflix, you go to Flipkart, any website, you act like a customer, you order, right? So here you have to write your order. Instead of your ordering, you have to document here, okay? So that's three line. So this is covered like your BRD, okay? Acceptance criteria, your functional requirement document, right? FRD here. Definition of term. What system should do, when user provide input here. So this is what the tester is looking for. Okay. So this is a basic sample, and when we write more user story, you will get understand this one. But for tomorrow, please write it. You can search online. You can go to YouTube or wherever you want to search. You search online and do it yourself. Give it a try, right? So if you are planning to work, there is no right or wrong answer. How do you get the requirement? How do you document? Everyone can write differently. One thing is going to work for me. One thing is not going to work for you. So do it. There is no fixed answer written in the stone. Do it. Only thing we need to cover the requirement without missing. Okay, that's the primary goal. So user story estimation. So we are getting to agile here. Okay, so basically, if you do everything as a BA, that's good. So if you the modern BAs are there are people still working in there are two type of developments that are happening, waterfall and agile. It's good to know both delivery, but to get start faster, so you should know how the use stories are estimated and everything. So we'll just get a clear understanding. We will not skip this process also. If you don't know what's the user story point, how do you estimate? And okay, maybe how many projects you will not know. So maybe do one or two, three project, fourth project. This is what we are talking about, okay. So we'll do this one. If you don't know, just skip this one. Next one, we'll do the planning. Okay, so before we start a project, you do all the user story. You will not write all the user story one shot. Okay, so but at least you have the epic, you have created some title shell stories, and you will put it in different MVPs. First MVP, we need this feature. Second MVP, this. Okay, so March build, April build. Okay, so that's what we plan. So now we will simulate developer question here. Developer can, what happens if credit check service is down, right? They have seen these technical questions, right? Edge cases. Because when they are coding, they have to provide the condition, right? Like this. So why they're asking this condition, we say, okay, if 3 o'clock, ring the alarm. What will happen if not 3 o'clock? Like you are setting an alarm clock. What will happen? Your phone dead. 3 o'clock. It can happen, right? What happened? Your ringer is off. So these are edge cases. When developers are writing code, they have to write the else condition. So they write if 3 o'clock. This is just a simple example. 3 o'clock, ring the alarm. For 5 minutes. Then on snooze button. So they're asking what will happen the else condition if this. So if we don't write it, application will crash. So we need to tell this program how to handle edge cases. This is a program, right? Program cannot think cognitive thinking like a human, right? If you don't tell, your application will crash it. That's why all problems start here. So we have to think all the edge cases, and we have to include in our user story. That's what this developer is asking. It's just a simple example. Think, if you don't know, that's okay. We are taking baby steps here. Okay. So if you don't know, simulate this question. That's okay. We'll come up with some question every project, and we can clarify this one. Okay. So here, application will save status process list. So we will save this in temporarily. Okay, so let's say power shutdown here, right? Next time when the power come, ring. Still person is sleeping. Person is sleeping. Suddenly this power, you hook up to the charger, power went out. Now electricity came, phone get charged. And even though now it's 4 o'clock or 3:30, still it's going to do the logic you have written, right? Even though it's 3:30, it's going to wake up this guy, right? That's what we are going to do here also, right? We cannot call the service. Okay, no problem. We'll keep it in temporary. So the program will keep it in the memory, and see if this action is completed. What's the action? Either he should cancel, that's the expected behavior, right? The user should cancel this alarm. Then only this loop will exit. Otherwise, it's keep on checking whether this is exit. Is it 3 o'clock? Yes, 3 o'clock. Did the alarm ring? Yes. Did the snow on? Did someone off? No. Then loop will continue. Okay, 3 o'clock, 5 minutes, snows again, again, again. There is power again and again. So until this guy stops, this will go in loop. Right? So that's what we need to provide here also in the user story. Next question we have here, tester question acceptance criteria. So tester can, what if user upload invalid document format? Right? So here you can set wrong alarm, but you are expecting to ring the alarm at 3 o'clock or sometime, I don't know. So what if the alarm clock timing is also wrong? Oh, button is broken, something you think about it. We cannot simulate this situation, right? Like if the clock is broken, alarm functionality is working, we cannot test this one at all, right? So we should have everything set this validate. So that those type of question, tester will come to you. What should I do on this one? Should I not validate? Do I need to validate in analog and do I need to validate in digital or both? Smartwatch? So you have to take a decision, you have to find out, okay? So you are building this functionality, this alarm functionality for digital only. So you have to tell scope of testing only digital. No, but I think if the functionality to wake up this guy at whatever the alarm set, it should work for digital and analog. So you have to tell the tester the scope of testing is both digital and analog. Let's say we cannot find analog watch, what we'll do? So we have to conditional sign up. You tell, okay, our assumption, this is going to work in both. It's risky, we will be not doing in production. But if it is not like a critical feature, we can verify in the production also. But those discussion, tester will come to you. That's what I want to tell you. Okay. So you have to take back to the team. We have to discuss and make a decision. Okay. Sounds like it's more, which is not. Whatever options you don't know. So 14, 15, 13, these 12, agile one. If you don't know, that's okay. Up to 11, you can complete, I guess. Oh, if you don't know 11 also, up to 10. Okay, before 10, you can complete everything. I see. Okay, but if you know, just give it a try, give it a shot, right? Search in the internet, see how to do this one, and come up with a couple of lines. Everyone is learning. All right. Okay. So next one, UAT. So write some pretty much is the same kind of acceptance criteria, like right in business perspective. Okay. So this one, let's say I am going to test this one. I'm the business owner, right? So if I were, you have to wear business stakeholder hat here. So you think if as a business owner, what you will validate? Do a smoke testing. You don't need to go like a detailed testing. Just click, see if you see the expected. Just click, see if you see the expected. See the cosmetic changes are matching, right? Something like that. I need bullet form, just write it. So deployment, we'll discuss about, I didn't put any detail here. Let's complete this up to 17 steps, and we'll discuss this one, what you need to do for a deployment. Okay, up to if you can complete it's up to 17, that should be good. So why this is important for the freshers? After this project, you will say confidently, I work an online system and I get the requirement. You pretty much discuss what you did, right, in the requirement gathering. Very simple step, right? I'll go back here. What you have to do, you have to understand these three things, right? Requirement gathering, current state, what they are doing today, existing flow. Okay, get these pain points. and future state. That's it. Current state, future state, and do the process flow diagram. And define the functional requirement. If you don't know non-functional, just leave it and create the user story. Fourth step, again, I'll summarize it here. Requirement, get the current state, what's happening today, and future state, what need to be built, and process flow diagram, and functional requirement, and create the user story. Even if you don't know how to create a pic, that's okay. These four are expected minimum. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks everyone for joining today. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new project.